Helton became the head coach at Western Kentucky. He's gone, and that spot was filled by Jim Chaney coming in from Georgia. Ethan Ensley, he set up a campsite in Oakland's backfield tonight. He had a safety.
Come here. I want to show you something. Take a look right here. Here's the spot. Here's where Admiral took off from. Then he took that guy's soul. It doesn't get much bigger than this in the regular season. Win and you're in the playoffs. Titans and Colts battling for that final AFC playoff spot. They'll get another shot at Bruce Pearl and the Tigers, this time with the SEC Tournament Championship on the line. And we all know roommates can get a little annoying sometimes, but not these guys. They get along pretty well. 5 Tennessee coaches have vanquished the belligerent beast known as Rupp Arena. None have done it twice. What is Cover 3's kryptonite? 4 verticals. If you're playing 3 deep defenders and you've got 4 vertical routes deep down the field, kind of hard to defend it. Selfish, soft, phonies. Those are the words that Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield used to describe the Vols after Saturday's 17-point loss at Kentucky. You can keep voting on your phones. Let us know what you think. How confident are you that the Vols will win tonight? We'll take a look at the results when we come back. High school football is back, and I'm loving every minute of it. Kicking off the season with a couple rivalry games, and let's start in Hamlin County. The Battle of Morristown, East versus West. Trojans have won 5 straight in the series, but the Canes came out of the gate hot on the first play. Justin Perales on the quick screen. He's got a lot of room for a big gain. That led to a touchdown to make it 7-0 East. Canes facing a 3rd and 34 in the second quarter. Cole Henson scrambling around, finds Austin Williams off the bobble for the touchdown. 13-0 Morristown East. But West would answer right back. Dylan Cribley to the end zone. Jackson Cole comes down with it for the Trojans, and Morristown West comes back to win 23-19 the final. The NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships began today in Austin, Texas. Tennessee sprinter MUSTAQEEM Williams will run his best event, the 200 meters, tonight. The 3-time SEC champion has been through a lot to get to this point.
Everything that I've gone through, made me the man that I am today. From the obstacles to, the championships, to the coaches. I wouldn't change anything.
Perseverance is an important trait for MUSTAQEEM Williams, perhaps even more important than his speed.
I'm only 23, and I've had, people dying in my life. I've had a son at a very young age, so it allowed me to, to grow up and mature a lot sooner than I thought.
Before he was a 3-time SEC champion, Moose lost his girlfriend during his sophomore season.
She, went to a concert, and unfortunately there was a shootout at the concert, and she was one of the ones that got hit. And it was very emotional and very hard for me.
Williams leaned on one of his coaches, Tim Hall, for support.
He was right there at that moment, knowing what to say. And he told me to just stay focused. Don't let anything get in the way of what God is trying to prepare you for.
Moose persevered and captured his first SEC championship the next season in February 2018. But that fall, his mom was diagnosed with a rare disease that is causing her to go blind.
That time it was just really, really hard for me because, all of what I've been through was to give her a better life and give myself a better life, give my son a better life, and to, just to think that, one day she's not gonna be able to see, what I've done or hear what I've done. It really discouraged me for a minute, but, I have my God to lean on, and I've learned to think about the positives and think about what God has blessed me with, and not necessarily dwell on what's actually going on in my life.
Faith has helped MUSTAQEEM overcome his obstacles.
The gift that God has given me is his gift, and I'm just here to just show you all how wonderful he is. Every test that he put inside my life, it was to better me. It was to prepare me for moments like this. And if someone else is in this position, you know, I can be the one to just, you know, guide them through.
He knows better than most. It takes more than speed to get to the finish line.
Welcome to Film Study. I'm Patrick Murray. In the loss to Missouri, the Vols gave up more than 200 yards passing and rushing for the second time this season. The other time was Alabama. I'm going to let Jeremy Pruitt tell us why his defense had a hard time stopping the Tigers. Then we'll explain what he's talking about with examples.
A lot of RPOs. They're running glance routes.
RPO stands for run pass option. Here's an example from the first drive of the game. The ball will go to Emmanuel Hall on a glance route, also known as a skinny post or bang eight. Quarterback Drew Lock has the option to hand it off or pull it and throw the glance route.
If you got more in there than they can block, they throw the ball.
Missouri has 7 blockers, and at the snap, Tennessee has 7 in the box and is walking down a safety to make it 8, one more than the Tigers can block. Lock's eyes are on the middle of the field. With one safety helping against the run and the other playing the middle of the field, he knows the glance route will be open. Hall beats his man, and it's a 30-yard gain for the Franklin, Tennessee native.
The few times that we were even in the box, we didn't stop them. They handed the ball off and, you know, gained 7 or 8 yards.
In the second quarter on first down, Missouri has 5 blockers and the Vols have 5 defenders in the box. So Locke decides to hand it off. Everyone gets blocked and it goes for a 9-yard gain.
You can't give up 1-for-1s when it comes to the run game. You got to be able to get off blocks.
If you can't do that, you try something else.
You know, you kind of combat that and say, heck, we're just going to play them man-to-man, and we didn't cover them.
In the third quarter, 5 blockers, 6 defenders, man-to-man on the outside. Another RPO, Locke takes the one-on-one matchup, 24-yard gain leads to a touchdown. One more thing I want to show you about RPOs. Typically, the defense is keying the offensive line to determine if a play will be a run or a pass. But on an RPO, the line run blocks every time, so the defensive line has to play the run. Even linebacker Daniel Batuli goes for the running back. The result? No pass rush. Clean pocket to throw from. Locke isn't pressured.
You have to be able to defeat one-on-one blocks to play great defense. If you can't do that, you have to put an extra guy in the box and be able to play tight man coverage outside. If you can't do either, you're in for a long day when you're playing an experienced quarterback who knows how to work the RPOs. That's what happened to Tennessee against Missouri, and some missed tackles didn't help either. They'll have to be better Saturday at Vanderbilt.